1850 715 815.
Hello, good afternoon. You're very welcome to Liveline. 51551 is our text number. Let's get going on Fiver Friday. Stephen Ray, editor of the Evening Herald. Stephen, good afternoon.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Not bad at all, thank you.
Any news?
Well, we have some good news for you, Joe. We decided we're going to reduce the cover price of the Evening Herald tomorrow to coincide with your Fiver Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to reduce the cover price of the Herald from €1.20 to €1 from tomorrow. So that means you get 5 Heralds a week, Monday to Friday, for €5.
And you're going to hold it down at that price?
Absolutely. We said we're going to make it a good news Fiver Friday.
Fair play.
The government, in their manifesto, promised to reduce VAT on newspapers, and that'll be coming in, but that would only drop the Herald from €1.20 to €1.15. So we decided to go the whole hog and take the plunge and drop it to €1. We know people are finding it tough. Money is tight, so we decided to take the plunge and drop the price of the paper to €1.
Okay, and other papers have been on. When I mentioned this earlier, the Sun, the Mirror, the Star, the Examiner, the Irish Times, and the Indo are going down by 5 cents.
Yeah, a lot of the papers are reducing their cover price by 5 cents, which would be the VAT drop. I know in independent newspapers, that'd be the Sunday Independent, the Irish Independent, and some of the other titles, they're going down by 5 cents, and then they're using the rest of the savings to create jobs within the group. So there'll be some jobs announcements within the independent newspapers in the next few weeks as well because of the VAT.
But the Herald from tomorrow is down to €1.
That's it. So you get your 5 papers a week for €5. As I said, people are finding it tough. You know, people who would have bought the paper maybe 5 times a week are only buying it 4 times a week, that kind of thing. So that's why we decided, this will also help us drive circulation and create more jobs as well and more employment. The Herald itself has been doing very well despite the recession. We've outperformed the market, and advertising year on year in what we call run-of-paper advertising has been up 10%, so the paper itself is doing very well. Now we're going to drive circulation, hopefully, with this price initiative.
And have you been affected by the Metro, by the free paper? I know you're involved in the free papers.
Sure. Yeah, to some extent we were at the outset, but it's a different type of newspaper altogether. It's kind of meant for a 10-minute read, a lot of it's just wire copy and pictures, whereas, we see ourselves as the quality end of journalism, the quality end of the market. We employ 60 full-time journalists, commentators, writers, the likes of Con Houlihan, Jerry O'Carroll, Michael O'Doherty, John Giles, Luke Fitzgerald, that kind of...
Anna Nolan, you have a great list there.
We see ourselves at the quality
Andrew Lynch,
of the market.
There, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the Herald from tomorrow down to €1, and it's staying down at €1. That's a 20-cent drop, which is about 13-14%, which is very, very good, actually.
It is, yeah.
Okay, and other papers tell us they're coming down. The Examiner from $1.90 to $1.85, the Irish Times from $1.90 to $1.85, Indo the same, though. They've been doing a Monday offer of €1.
That's right.
The Sun, the Mirror, and the Mirror are down to 95 cents. The Mail is €1, and the Star is coming down 5 cents as well, I think, to 1.35.
Yeah, well, as you said,
there's
a lot of people trying to write off newspapers, but Irish people still love their newspapers.
Absolutely, and rightly so. We're well served. We're well served. Okay, well done. That's Stephen Ray, editor of the Evening Herald. Mick Wallace is a TD. Mick, good afternoon.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
How are you keeping?
Sure. Nearly well. And yourself?
Grand. Just above water, Mick. Listen, tomorrow, Fiver Friday, you've 2 restaurants you want to mention, and you're doing a pizza for €5.
Yeah, we've a restaurant, Wallace's Torino in Inchicore, and Wallace's Ashley up there at Crow Park on Russell Street, the continuation of Jones Road. So we'll do a pizza for lunchtime and evening for €5.
Great. And that's a reduction of what, Mick, do you know?
Well, sure, for a margarita or a vegetable pizza, it's roughly, at night time, they're about a tenner, so it's half the price.
Well done. So that's, you've 2 of them, one in Inchicore, opposite the entrance there to the Inchicore Works, the famous Inchicore Works, and a lovely place. I think, I wish it was better known. It's opposite the Jones Road entrance of Crow Park, beside Roddy Dial's Freedom to Write offices, and it's called Asti, and that's $5 for a pizza tomorrow.
Yep.
Well done, Mick. Where are you going now?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
I'm going to get something to eat.
Okay. Well, come here. I know where
I'm going to a good restaurant. Do you know any?
There's a few there on the other side of the new Millennium Bridge.
Oh, right. I've heard about them. Yeah, these are okay. Yeah,
they're great. Yeah. But if the boss comes in, he normally buys everyone a glass of wine. Or,
Is that true?
or sorry,
God,
or Chianti or Prosecco?
No, that Chianti now. I wouldn't really go for that. I'd be more into Dolcetto and Nebbiolo and Barbera, you know.
You know your wine, Mick, I'd say.
I need to know something.
Okay. Well done tomorrow anyway, and keep the faith, Mick.
Right, Joe, thanks.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
God bless you. That's Mick Wallace, TD. Let me also tell you, Donnybrook Fair, 4 Donnybrook Fair offices. They're in on the Fiver Friday deal. 800 shops in the Spar network. A massive number in the Mace network are all doing Fiver Friday offers tomorrow. The list goes on and on and on, and we're trying to get as many of them retweeted and out there as possible. There's Clondalkin Providers, oak laminate flooring on special for a £5 tomorrow. And they are very, very keen to get as much information out as possible. But it seems a lot of people making an effort. But also remember that tomorrow, we didn't realise it at the time when Mark Begg first suggested the idea of having an offer today, and then in the conversation, we kind of melded into tomorrow being a Friday, and we were thinking of Funny Friday, and then we thought of Fiver Friday and the beginning of July and the good weather and the tall ships and a bit of buzz and the horse show coming up and all the various fairs and markets that are on around the country. We didn't know that the VAT was going to come down. It is coming down, and as you hear there's in fairness, everyone seems to me, all the newspapers seem to make an effort to actually pass on, to bring down generally the price of papers, which is great. So if you haven't not been buying a newspaper, maybe tomorrow is your chance to look around again and start picking up a newspaper, because as Stephen Ray said, every single newspaper in this country, be it the Sun, the Mail, the Mirror, the Star, the Indo, the Irish Times, the Sunday Business Post, the Sunday World, they all employ here. They all employ journalists here. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to sell their paper, because we wouldn't. The newspapers that don't employ people here just don't sell. That's the bottom line. The Guardian, as you know, is a fine newspaper. It doesn't have much Irish content. It doesn't sell here. 2,000 copies a day or whatever. Same with the London Independent. But anyway, the papers that do sell here, and you do know by name, all employ a lot of people here, and they're to be supported tomorrow. And 51551 is our text number. I'm asking you not to use that line for Fiver Friday, because we just don't have the personnel to handle it. But I'm asking you to tweet your offers on Talk to Joe 1850. That's the numbers 1850. Or else email them to us and we'll get them up. And as I say, you can download. There's posters and flyers on our website, and they are there. You don't have to ring us and ask us. The whole theme of tomorrow is spend an extra £5 locally. That's the customer is going to do a deal, and the retailer, as you heard again and again and again in the last 3 weeks, is going to do a deal for you tomorrow. Back after this break.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
And more 51551s and more Fiver Fridays. John Stafford, good afternoon. The ice cream man on the bicycle around Dublin City.
That's me, Joe. That's me. How are you?
Who's proving that you can't beat City Hall. You're still trying to get a licence.
Still trying to get a licence.
You're on. What are you doing for Fiver Friday, Johnny?
Well, I'm hoping to do it for Fiver Friday in conjunction with Temple Street Hospital.
Oh, of course, yeah.
3 ice creams for the £5, and hopefully Temple Street Hospital will provide the bucket and collect the bucket and that. And the 3 ice creams for the £5 will go directly to Temple Street Hospital, you know.
Fair play to you. Now, just to remind people, because you were one of a slew of people we had on one day, young guys, little guys, actually trying to get a business going. We had done Shockland IT, we had a motorbike place down in Wicklow, all the young fellas in their early 20s. What you set up one of these ice cream bicycle operations?
Yeah, it's an ice cream trike, you know. It's like what they had like the 30s and 40s and that.
A three-wheeler.
The three-wheeler, yeah, and the 2 wheels at the front, and there's a fridge in the back and that, you know. And you just cycle around and try to sell some ice cream, you know. Yeah, just try give it a go, to be honest, you know. And
it's all done kosher. You have the fridge freezer at home. You have the special.
It's a proper job, like, you know.
And you have the unit on the bike, and there was a photograph of you selling ice cream to the Lord Mayor at one stage.
No, Jerry, yeah.
Jerry Bray, you know. Okay, so well done on that, because I mean you're only trying to get going.
Yeah.
And you're making a big effort tomorrow. And
I know that you work with Temple Street Hospital yourself. So
yeah, I love Temple Street.
Hospital. onto it as well, you know.
Okay, we'll stay there because Ben Dunn wants to say hello to you. Ben, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe.
You're listening to young John Stafford here. He was like you at one stage, Ben.
Yeah.
The little guy.
Everybody starts off with a wheelbarrow or a bike or something simple like that. My father was a bicycle repairman before he started off, and I was lucky enough not to have to start off at that level. But I admire people like John who is trying their damnedest. And coming up against, I suppose, a certain amount of red tape with licence and all that sort of stuff. But what I'd like to do for John is, I know it's €5 a day, and I want to give more than €5. I'd like to make a capital injection into his little organisation of €5,000.
Okay.
And hopefully he'll have more than one bike going. He'll have 3 or 4 bikes going.
Oh my God, John, you there?
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Look, I can't accept that. Just give it to Tempestry Hospital or something. To be honest with you. Seriously, thanks. Really is thanks, but I don't know what to say, to be honest, really.
Whatever, John, you want done, all I wanted to do was, that's one less person on the dole, and if we could get 2 or 3 of those, or you in particular could get 3 or 4 of those bikes around the city, because if you can make a living out of it, I'm sure those others could, and there will be capital needed for that. And I know what it costs to create a job. The government say it costs, 20, 30, 40,000. If I could create 3 or 4 jobs for injecting 5,000 into your little entrepreneurial ship, I'm only too delighted.
But that's what we do then. That's what we do. That's what we do then. That's what we do then. Then I'll get another bike, and that's what we do then. And then I'll try to do it. But my hands are kind of tied if I don't have a license. Do you understand that?
Well, if you haven't got a license, then you can always pass the money onto the charity. But the first thing I'd be trying to do is to create a few jobs, and hopefully, with a bit of help, you'll be able to overcome the license. I don't know much about these things, but I'm sure there's plenty of people will be able to help you.
Well, thanks very much, Ben. To be honest, thanks very much. I wasn't expecting it at all, to be honest.
Well, if we can create jobs at 2,000 to go, let's say, and if we get 2 or 3 jobs out of this, isn't it a great move?
Yeah, but the only thing is, jobs take planning as well. It's not just like you can click. I'm sure you understand,
I do.
Thanks very much. I am flabbergasted, to be honest,
Anyway, look,
John, you sound flabbergasted. It's Ben, fair play to you now. And you're saying you're on the basis of hearing John today and before. You're saying, I'm placing my trust in you. Here's $5,000, John. If you
know it by him, by the way he's talking, and he's a genuine guy. And funnily enough, I was looking at the National Consumer
Agency
site there, and they're talking about the VAT reductions down to 9%.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a saving. The government have let, over a 1.5 year period go, they have let 470 million revenue. That's what they're losing by dropping the VAT.
Okay.
And then if you look up their site, the National Consumer Agency clearly puts on print, number one, that it's mainly for tourism, and number two, whilst there's no legal obligation on businesses to pass on these savings. Well, when I saw it, I nearly fell off the chair, because I said to myself, if the government hadn't reduced the VAT, and if they'd have kept that $500 million, or close to $500 million, 470 million by their own figures, and used it for job creation.
But you know the point that they're trying to, the point they're making, Ben. Try and bring down prices. The price of newspapers, we know, are coming down tomorrow. That might generate jobs. But surely the NCA, the National Consumer Agency, instead of putting on their website, I haven't seen what you were saying. There is no legal obligation to pass. Almost anyway. It's a funny way of putting it.
I can't understand it. And
surely the National Consumer Agency should be on their website saying the prices should come down by the following amount.
Of course, that's what I would have thought. Well, this Quango costs 6 or 7 million a year, and they only put it up on the 29th of June. And the reason it was put up on the 29th of June is I rang them on the 28th of June and said that I would be reducing my prices by 5% in the clubs, and I see nothing on the site about the VAT reduction. And then they put up the thing, and they say it's mainly for tourism. But the price of going to the cinema should come down.
Yeah.
The price of playing golf should go down. The price of playing on your AstroTurf pitch should go down. admission to art centres,
hotels,
hotel bookings, meals in hotels, hot takeaway food,
hairdressing.
And they're saying on their own site that it's mainly related to tourism.
And it's not.
Well, I don't think it is, Joe. And the minister is telling us to go out and spend money. And the minister has taken a drop in revenue of 470 million.
Okay, so there should be...
And a Quango is telling us that there's no obligation on businesses to pass on these savings. They're clearly saying that there's savings being made to businesses and clearly stating to the consumer that there's no obligation on businesses to pass on. Well, every other time when I saw duties go up, I saw prices go up, and when I saw duties come down, and that is a kind of a duty.
And they also say at the end of the last line, if you have a business that is affected by this change, but I thought they were called the National Consumer Agency.
No, they're saying go to the revenue. If you have a business that is affected by this change, you can get more information from the revenue.
Okay.
But they don't even say what. I know how to do it, but the average person who wouldn't know how to do it would look up revenue and wouldn't know where to go from there. And this is supposed to be somebody acting on behalf of the consumers. I think it really is pathetic.
Okay. That point as well, mate. John, are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm grand, Jerry. I was saying online, actually, just to sort out things with...
Yeah, well, so you sort out things with Ben, and Ben trusts you...
with yourself through Temple like...
Well, it's up to yourself what you want to do.
Whatever you want to do with it, John. Try and create a few jobs first.
That's what I'll do it for, so...
Okay, well...
thanks very much, Ben, to be honest.
And they'll give you my number and everything, contact and everything.
Now, where are you now, John?
I'm outside the GPO on Henry Street, outside the GPO.
And have you got are you on your tricycle?
Yeah, I have a family of tourists looking after me, so I'll have to give them a free ice cream now.
You have to cycle. I want you to cycle out through Cabra, up the Navan Road, around that big roundabout, just before Blanchardstown Shopping Centre, Ben Dunn's West Point Gym, and go in there at 99 from.
Thanks, I will. I definitely will. I know I'll have to use the gym, but Joe.
Well done. So there, John, fair play. Your gesture for Fiver Friday, you, as people can gather there, you're flabbergasted. Your gesture for Fiver Friday has inspired Ben Dunn to give you not a fiver, but give you €5,000 to keep you going in your business. Well done, El Pal.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Okay, Ben Dunn. Thanks again, Ben.
Thank you, Joe. Bye, John.
Bye.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
51551 Mallow Chamber of Commerce have been on giving a list of businesses in Mallow who are going for Fiver Friday tomorrow. Pizzas and drink for £5, chicken, curry and rice for £5, Celtic Curtains and Blinds and Mods and Minis, Lucy's Good Food Shop, Springford Hall, Apache Pizza in Mallow, all doing Fiver Fridays. 800 Spars doing Fiver Fridays tomorrow. For your lunch and various offers. All the Mace shops doing Fiver Fridays and the Eurospar shops doing Fiver Fridays. And I noticed as well, in fairness to Dunn's, Super Value and Tesco's today in the ads in their newspapers. They're all putting up things for tomorrow as well. So is Alan Clark in Ballyvaughan. Alan, good afternoon.
Joe, good afternoon. How are you?
This is Ballyvaughan of the Signs. We did it about a month ago. It's so incensed people that Fintan O'Toole even wrote an article about the sign in Ballyvaughan and the this iconic sign. I think I counted 23 different little locations and businesses up with this famous sign. It became a postcard. But the NRA, the National Roads Authority, decided they didn't like the look of the sign, so they demanded that it be removed. I think it was yourself that contacted us initially to talk about it. But for Fiver Friday, Alan, what are you doing tomorrow?
Joe, in the tea rooms here on the pier here in Ballyvaughan, what we're going to do tomorrow is when you come inside, if anyone's familiar with our cafe and tea rooms, when you come inside the door, you're greeted by a display table with 12 to 13 homemade desserts. And what we're going to do tomorrow, Joe, is that any dessert, tea or coffee, or a glass of any wine we have on the menu for a £5, Joe, tomorrow.
Oh, well done.
Take your pick of whatever catches the eye when you walk inside the door. And
you wouldn't even get a glass of wine for £5 in most places. So you're getting a wine and a dessert for £5.
And a dessert, and we won't, for people who want to have the tea and coffee as well, we can do that as well, Joe, whichever
okay.
catches the eye.
You'll be busy, I hope, Alan.
Fingers crossed, Joe.
Yeah, how's the tourist season?
Yeah, it's good. We're just waiting on a bit of decent weather, Joe.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's great to see plenty of Irish people holidaying at home this year, same as last year. So long may it continue, and we'll try and keep the good side out.
Okay, Alan, well done. That's Alan Clark in Ballyvaughan. Let me go to Kevin Sheridan. You know Sheridan's cheesemongers, well known nationally. Kevin, good afternoon.
Hi, Joe. How's it going?
You're doing a £5 tomorrow, and it's not easy singles.
No, it's not easy singles. We're going to give people a jar of our own chutney for cheese, and any Irish cow's milk cheese, a piece of that for a fiver. So it normally costs you $8.50 or something like that.
Fantastic.
If you come out to our shop, in our warehouse shop out here in Carnamead, in Canarross, in County Meath, we'll give you a bottle of raw milk with it as well.
Plenty. So it's a 200 gram of Ardrahan cheese and Sheridan's chutney.
Well, we'll do any Irish cheese.
Well done.
And let people pick themselves.
And people should be reminded, in a recent survey I came across in, what's it called, Intelligent Life, which is a magazine put out by The Economist. So it's they say it's high end. Well, I'm sure it is high end. They did a survey, taste testing of world cheeses, and Irish cheeses, I think, either came in beat the 365 plus cheeses in France. Irish cheese came in, I think, first and second. It was a stunning result.
Irish cheese is fantastic, and we just don't really need to eat any other cheese now. It's brilliant, and there's new ones coming on all the time. And great value, great products.
Every taste would be catered for. Okay, well done. It's Ardrahan or any cheese. Sheridan. Many branches have you got now, Kevin?
We've got out here in North County Meath and Dublin, St Anne Street, Galway, Waterford, down in Ardkeen, in Great Ardkeen Food Store down in Waterford.
Yeah, okay, well done.
And I'd say if you come out to the warehouse shop, because we do local milk as well, we'll give you a bottle of lovely raw milk as well.
And when you say raw milk, what do you mean, Kevin? Unpasteurised?
Straight from the farmer. David Tiernan, the local milk producer, does it for us every week, and we've got a massive following from it. Cream on the top. David is a really good dairy farmer, so he produces the milk, bottles it up on the farm, because he makes cheese as well, so he has the facilities there.
Well done.
And then we sell it.
And this is Irish product, Irish jobs, Irish produce, food. It's our future, we're told. Glanbia, Dawn Foods, all those, Kerry, Avonmore, all the different, they're all melded and mixed, and Barry Row Co-op and Virginia Co-op and all the great co-ops. They're the backbone. They will bring us through this. They never let us down. The banks let us down. The property let us down. A lot of people believe the politicians let us down, but the food producers in this country and the farmers never let us down. They really didn't.
No, for sure. I mean, particularly the small producers, the amount of money when you spend on small producers that stays in the economy and stays with employment is much higher than, say, if you go buying international brands. In terms of that fiver spent, is worth several times more to Irish jobs than if you buy international brands. And the quality is really good because you're getting it from close by. And it's just great for everybody.
Because
it's the best in the world.
Because the closer you can get your money to the producer, the more it'll go around. In other words, if it's a point well made.
A big proportion of your cost when you're buying local food is actually going to the producer, and they tend to employ a lot more people per piece of cheese, say for example, than if you buy a big industrial cheese, where it's all mechanised. There's very little employment involved in it. So if people support small producers, they're really creating Irish jobs.
Okay, which you have done. Well done, Kevin Sheridan of Sheridan's Cheesemongers. Well done. Gavin Duffy. Gavin, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe. How are you?
Back to Fiver Friday. What's happening? I know you're involved in Tan Organic.
Yeah, well, Noel O'Connor, the promoter and the genius who invented Tan Organic, own a number of beauty salons as well. They're called Ailu Spas, and they're in Newbridge, Naas, Maynooth and Portlaoise. Right. And tomorrow, to celebrate Fiver Friday, which is a fantastic idea, congratulations, we are giving a Tan Organic spray, normally €30, for fiver tomorrow.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Well done. Lovely. You don't use that yourself, do you?
I tried it, Joe. You have to test the product at one stage. I learned things about my body I didn't know, Joe. But for any of the ladies who are heading into the weekend want to have not only a beautiful tan, but a healthy tan with no chemicals or no smell, a fiver tomorrow in Ailu. And you get ailuspatherapy.com, I'll tell you, and you can make an appointment.
Well done. Newbridge, Naas, Maynooth and Portlaoise. Thanks to you. That's Gavin Duffy of Dragon's Den. A lot of other operations as well, but primarily people know Gavin through Dragon's Den and indeed his radio work. Thanks indeed, Gavin. €30 normally, organic spray tan. €5 tomorrow in Ailu Spas, the 1st of July, Fiver Friday, Newbridge, Naas, Maynooth and Portlaoise. Austin O'Malley, a very unusual one tomorrow in the Vincent de Paul Unit 5 Monksland in Athlone. What are you doing?
Good afternoon, Joe.
Austin,
We're a liquidation company known as AR Trading, and we got involved in a couple of liquidators with liquidators. And what we're doing is we open tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And for the first person through the door tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and make their way to the St. Vincent de Paul stand and say, I love AR Trading for value, will receive either a double mattress, a recliner chair, or a table and 4 chairs, normally valued at €195 for €5.
Fair play to you.
And we'll be doing the same again between 1 and 2, a bell will ring, and the same will apply, and again between 5 and 6. So all proceeds will go towards the St. Vincent de Paul Athlone.
Okay, well done, well done. That's in, again, where's Unit 5 Monksland Athlone? That's opposite Elan, isn't it?
That is correct, yes. We're delighted to be associated with St. Vincent de Paul on this occasion.
And the proceeds will go to them. And as we heard Ben Dunn earlier on, giving his 5,000, he heard young John Stafford on, a little businessman. He was making his gesture for tomorrow, and Ben just came on and gave him $5,000 because he liked the cut of his jib and the little bit of effort he was making. Okay, thanks indeed, Austin. Thanks indeed. Let me go. Stephen Bourne, good afternoon. Fishing tackle, isn't it?
Yes, it is. How are you doing, Joe?
Yeah, okay, what are you offering tomorrow?
Well, we're offering, we've a fishing tackle and gun store, so we're offering a hunting DVD, which is normally €28 for a fiver.
Oh, well done, yeah.
And we're offering 6 trout flies for fly fishing.
Okay.
For a fiver, and we're offering 3 mini baits again. People who fish will know what they are.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no flies on you, Stephen.
No.
Okay. Hunting DVDs, normally 28 down to a fiver. 5 flies, normally a tenner down to a fiver. A MEP spinner, normally a tenner. People know what this is.
Yeah.
Ryan Tuberty, he does fishing. He know what it is.
Good.
He fishes down to a fiver. Okay, well done.
Thanks very much.
Well done. That's
Thanks for the call.
where are you based? Timon Shopping Centre.
Castle Timon Shopping Centre in Tala.
Okay, well done, Stephen Bourne Fiver Friday tomorrow.